Greetings and peace, everyone. Sereda here, the creator of naturallyhighlife.com, with your weekly reading for the week of October the 11th to October the 17th, 2015. What I'm doing today is a reading redo from yesterday, but I do have new cards because yesterday's reading didn't come out. When I finished recording the weekly and the weekly love reading, first the general one, then the weekly love angel reading, both of those readings had no sound. It was just me with my mouth moving, but no sound coming out. So I'm going to let you see what that looks like in the next slide so you can laugh with me, because that's all I could do, but you should have saw my face. I said, really, after all that work that I did. So here we are again. I'm going to go ahead and start and take it from the top, very straight to the point. But I see some of the repeat energies are showing up here today, but these must be the most important ones. So here we go. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I send you love, light, and happiness on your journey. Is this one, and it has to do with what is hidden. That's the position that was in, is what is hidden. And what is hidden has to do with a person feeling defeated. But not only is this person feeling defeated, there are people that are pointing sticks at them. So some of you may be feeling the heat this week as others are being competitive. And it's not enough for you to be able to move away from certain people, but I feel like I was speaking about yesterday when I first did the reading, it showed that some people really are going to have to be removed from your life. And that is, of course, for your consideration, for your reflection, because everybody's situation is different. But being that he's wearing the red and the purple, this is someone who feels like they have to be a warrior. They have to stand up for themselves. They have to stand up for themselves because they feel like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders. This is the Seven of Wands. So there's many things to choose from. And in each direction, you could feel like there's obstruction, not just from the universe itself, but from actual people who think you ought to do things the way they want you to do them instead of the way you do them. This card comes with a message that even though you want to fight people, you want to go off on them and all of that, really what is going to make the most difference in this situation is for you to go and do your solitude, relaxation, do your reflection. And whatever it is that you have to think in mind, some of it you don't even have to say it. And why is that? Because the person isn't going to get it anyway. So why even waste your words when you know that you will not be really heard? Instead, reflect, speak to your guides, write something down in your journal. Some of you may want to talk this over with someone that you trust. But with these type of energies here, though, you may not feel like you can trust anyone right now. And so that's how the week is starting off. But what's funny about this is that this is a hidden energy. So it's an energy that you may feel, but you may not see. So that's why certain people are going to be you're going to be reevaluating your relationships at this Libra new moon, which is tomorrow. On a Monday, I'm doing this on a Sunday, but again, I did your readings yesterday. So with that Libra new moon, how are your relationships in your life, the work, and we'll get into the loved one in the next reading, but how are those things? How are you relating with others? Are you being heard? Are others listening to what you have to say? Are they respecting your position? Or are they trying to make you be just like themselves? Something to consider, something to reflect on this week with the Seven of Wands card. The next card coming up in this showed is in the position of body, and this is the Ten of Wands. So energy around wanting to get back on your workout, get back on your game as far as how you look for yourself, how you look for someone else, how you look in the circles that you're in as you network. Definitely may feel like just jumping up and doing a bunch of stuff to get active because you may have been inactive or you feel like you're not doing enough, but putting a lot of weight on yourself is one way that this could be playing out. And it's basically saying, you don't have to overdo it, but consider instead relaxing, getting a strategy together. But this is also new beginnings, though. This is new beginnings in the way that you work out. Doing something that's built for the long haul. Doing something that you basically aren't jumping in there lifting a bunch of weights on the onset, or you're working out for hours and hours, but you have a set time that you work out for a set duration. You do that and then you stop. You do that and you feel okay, because if you've put some weight on, or if you've lost some weight that you want to gain or lose, or you just want to feel healthier, more energetic, this energy this week talks about it being about you making small steps, not leaping and just jumping out there with a whole bunch of stuff and trying to get it all done in one day. Because just as the way that it was lost and gained on the same, and it took a while for it to happen, it takes a little while for it to be lost or gained again. So it takes time. So as long as you're consistent, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to get there. But I see you setting a goal to reach. And in your mind, this is what you see yourself perhaps doing. And you're thinking you have to do it all in one day, but you don't. Don't have to do it all in one day. And then don't feel burdened by what has to be done. We're all doing little steps. Even me, I have stuff that I'm working on too, of course. And it takes time to undo what we've done. So yeah, that body image, your physical body, your health is on the table. I was in the bathroom doing my hair, and the body image came up and hidden stuff came up, and then it came up in the reading. I love it. So those are very important this week. The next card coming up has to do with the position of your career. So very straightforward. Career, Knight of Cups, ready to go emotionally with something that really pulls you, really moves you. And it doesn't have anything to do with what the other person is talking about. I hear that a certain group is trying to get you to be a part of what they're doing. But for you to join it, it has to be beneficial for you money-wise. And it has to be something you're passionate about as well. I don't see you going for it if it's not one or two or the other. This knight is on the horse, ready to go. A lot of emotions that have to do with the career. Could be someone who is trying to, that's kind of giving you obstructions on the job. Somebody showing favoritism, and someone actually kind of like with that, nitpicky energy, and you ought to know, or to know, it's for you to know with this card, I'm also getting from the guides, that it's not you, that the other person has some emotional things they're going through, and it's not you at all, but it's going to look like it is. So they could be after you, and the way that they're doing it is subtle. It's like passive-aggressive stuff. And it's some of the things you can't really put your finger on it, but you can feel it, though. You can feel it. And it's like they do it, then they stop. They do it, then they stop. So you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel it. So this week, having to do with your career, definitely a time when you're able. Also, you look at this. You're moving forward in career. You're moving forward, and you're going to be connected to the movements that you make at this time. It's like a really good time for you to move forward too. But I do see that some of you are moving more towards your passions, whatever that may be. This may be a formal job, this may be something that you do for yourself. But with this, I see many people that want to be entrepreneurs, many people that want to work for themselves. And at the Libra new moon, it's about setting the setting the pace with how you want it to be, but really how you want it to be at the end. Write down some of the goals. Write down some of what you want to see as that career, how that thing is going to come together. You don't have to worry about that part so much, but take some steps, take some measures in order to get there. I think I was blocking the light because that looks a lot better. So, yeah, but that's what I definitely see with this. You could be also running into someone that you love as you work. Some of you will definitely have some love affairs that have to do in the workplace, but be mindful of who you share that with. For some, it's going to be an employee that is around your age, and for somebody else, it's going to be a boss. And then the other thing that has come up is working with Archangel Sandifan. And it's talking about the time here that it takes for you to undo what you've been doing. That it's a cycle of life, that you do things kind of backwards. We do things backwards sometimes, and then we turn around and we're like, wait a minute, I've been doing this the wrong way. I want to do this differently. It's a time for reflecting on that at the new moon. Writing down what you want to do differently, what you want to see differently, and then going into that direction. And it's not going to happen all in one day. It's not going to happen all in one day, but you're going through these different phases and stages. So don't question whether you're well or not. Just be kind, loving, supportive to yourself. Make a note of the inspirations that you have inside, the passions that you want to move to, and open your arms to the newness at the new moon. Open your arms to that. And at the end of the month, we have a full moon in Taurus. I think that's what I heard. Full moon in Taurus. So awesome. A lot of creative energy, a lot of artistic energy. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do your angel love reading. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for listening to this reading. My name is Sereda. Peace, love, and light to you and yours. And also check out my website at naturallyhighlife.com if you'd like to work with me one-on-one. I'm so glad to work with you. I do clarity sessions, I do readings, I do a lot of different things. But specifically, I help women, and I do help assist men also. Some men do call me, and we work on life path stuff, destiny, seeing what it is you're passionate about, finding out where those kinks are, and then getting back on course with very specific, very practical ways. Work on the chakras, it's different things. So we're going to get into that. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Peace, love, and light.